But we're going to start off with furries. First, my homie Trap Lover says this comment section is like a black hole. People dislike furries because look at the shit furries do at conventions, and the community is infection with zoophile and or pedophile. That I don't know. Furries, is that a thing? Because I do not support any motherfucking pedophile shit. Have y'all ever seen that one? I saw a documentary with this woman who would regularly have sex with her horse.
You are getting me rock hard.
And it was one of these mini horses. So like the dick was relatively to scale of a human's.
Well, are you serious?
And like on a regular basis, she would go and like present herself and the horse would come in and fuck her. Like they had a long relationship, a passionate affair, if you will.
Well, you are actually a hoe though.
Everybody knows about how dolphins lust after humans and they want to rape us.
Rapist backing out.
Down here in the South, I used to always hear, you wonder about the people that have their pants tucked into their boots. And finally, one day it was explained to me that a lot of times what you do is if you're going to be fucking a goat.
Hell no. To the no.
They say goats and pigs have the most comparable vaginas to human beings.
Read all about this in this month's issue of Things That Make Me Vomit.
I'm just saying that's a thing that was said. That's not something I'm saying. I have never fucked an animal in my life.
My grandmother always said, why buy the cow when you get the sex for free?
And but I was told that if you're gonna fuck a goat, that you take your fucking jeans and you tuck them in your boots, because what you would do is take the hind legs of the goat, you would tuck them in your boots so the goat couldn't run away.
I mean, I guess I'm a pretty sick guy.
The point is, that's awful. That is awful because animals cannot consent. So I am in no way a fan of that. However, if you want to fuck other people dressed as animals, if you want to jack off to drawings of like sexy lady animals, if you want to watch pornography, like animated pornographies, there's no problem with that, furries. Just make sure y'all keep the fucking the really negative, super gross element out of there. Y'all gotta be like a self-sustaining unit. You know what I'm saying? Cranky Canine says, I'd like to add a correction. Furry is not a lifestyle. For most, it is a hobby. They enjoy wearing suits, but no, they do not wear their suits every time they leave the house. Furry is not a sexual thing, though most people like to paste that label onto the furry fandom. Well, listen, it's certainly got to be an element, Canine. Because there's just too much, man. If you search furry, the first stuff that comes up is like, big titted like dog women and like a lot of weird porno where like it's like dog ladies with like big titties and then like vaginas and penises.
Jesus H. Christ! I think you've got a heart off!
There's too much of that shit around for it to not be the case. And it's fine. Like I said, I'm not judging you motherfuckers for it. Next, Scuffed Badger says mental illness isn't attractive. It isn't attractive. It can be lots of fun, though. Next, my homie Just a Dog in VR says, thanks, dude. It's great to not hear hate all the time. Also, not all of us are cringe, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. Also, just figured out there are a lot of metalhead furries like me. There should be like all furry bands, although I don't know how y'all would sing. I guess you could like put a microphone inside the head or something like that. Have y'all ever seen the Rock-afire explosion? Back in the 80s, there was a place called Showbiz Pizza. It was like a precursor to Chuck E. Cheese, and they had a band in there called the Rock-afire Explosion. And that was my first ever favorite fucking band. I would buy the records at that Showbiz Pizza. I would take them home and I would rock the fuck out. And they would do like Beatles covers and shit. So in a lot of ways, my very first most beloved band was fronted by a gorilla, had a fucking sick-ass surfer wolf dog guy on guitar. Billy Bob, who was a drunk-ass bear, they had him on banjo. Muffy, the fucking sexy-ass... You know what? My homie Ulfric says, you're sure you're not a closet furry? In this moment, when I was just describing Muffy from the Rockafire explosion, I was about to say, because Muffy was a mouse and she was dressed like a cheerleader and, you know, she would like kind of do backup vocals and dance. And I remember as a little kid just really staring at her tits like, I'd like to get some of that.
I get in that. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, maybe I do have that tendency.